Okay, fourth garden tour of 2026. We're starting here. Blueberries still looking good, still very much alive. Not expecting anything from these guys this year, but just happy to see that they're growing well, even springing up and getting a little bit bigger. Here we have some shishito peppers, which I need to pick those peppers. This is the Turkish sweet pepper. Fig is doing really good. Come over to our first bed here. We got our broccoli, which is doing okay. Everything's looking a little tired because it's pretty hot out. Even with getting watered 3 times a week, they're still pretty hot. I did harvest the cabbage since last time. It looks like little baby part is springing back there. We have lots of perilla leaves here, some strawberries. These are some gungu or pigeon peas. And I have a few of those in the bed just so that they could then take over after I harvest all the carrots, which I need to do or not carrots, onions and garlic, which I need to do because it's flowering. So that needs to happen. And in this bed we have our tomatillo, which is doing really well, pretty big. And then this is a bell pepper. Back there is a Scotch bonnet. Have a serrano. We have self-seeded zinnias here and here and there. Another tomatillo here, and more perilla leaves, which were also self-seeded. And there is a very sad tomato that is basically done. And if we come over here, new addition is some shade. If we come over, we have the sweet potato here and back there. They haven't done very much. Have the blue mealy sage, which is doing great. The corn, not so good. And then there's also the watermelon here and trailing out of the bed. And I really need to get it back in the bed. Weeding this bed has been a challenge. The grass just keeps coming back. And we have our grapes there. And more peppers there. That's a Scotch bonnet, another volunteer zinnia. There's a pepper hiding back here as well. And then that's the Turkish sweet pepper. We have strawberry there, another zinnia, a jalapeno, fever grass or lemongrass, and another melon here. And I was just using the cardboard to kind of act as a mulch. And we have cabbage, basil, more cabbage. Things looking a little rough because they're a little dry. We have the Barbados cherry though, is looking great. Pineapple guava needs some water. If we come around over here, pomegranate is doing great as well. It doesn't seem to mind things at all. Pond's doing well. I have had to refill the pond like a few times. It's been so hot. The pear or plum tree, that's the plum tree. It's doing really well. And this is the pear tree, which looks like it might need some water. Basically, I need to come water like everything. Here's another blue mealy sage over here doing really well. And all the beds are on automated drip that go off every other day basically for like 40 minutes. So they should be getting a lot of water, but just throughout the day they really suffer. And then this is the blackberry, which I was very excited because I had so many blackberry blooms, but I actually don't think I'm going to get that many blackberries from it. Still pretty excited though because I got blooms, which means next year I think what I'm going to actually do is to keep it thinned out a little bit more, less competition for the second year ones so that they can maybe take up more water and nutrients, and better airflow in case it was a fungal issue. It might have been a fungal issue it might have been a water issue. So I think just keeping it a little bit more empty will solve for both of those. But the plant overall is very, very happy and pops up everywhere. And then this is an African marigold, which has done really well. That one planted itself there as well. And then we have the Korean mint or Agastache. Here's my only tomato from this plant, but the plant itself looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna keep it penned up and leave that alone, and hopefully it'll produce some more. This is another Scotch bonnet, and back there is a calendula. More Korean mint. That one has really taken off. This was the only plant I actually planted. The rest have all been volunteers. We got snapdragon. Have another pepper plant back there, and another watermelon, and more volunteer. The Agastache, a volunteer zinnia there, and a cucumber I just harvested 2 days ago. And there's also scallion in a lot of the beds. And then the roses, it's a bit windy, but the roses are doing really well also. It's gonna get trimmed back in the fall. And this is the dahlia, which has some spent blooms on it and some more blooms coming. And it has some strawberries down here at its base. Another volunteer Korean mint or Agastache, and a basil. That's a lavender martini Agastache one I did plant. And behind it is some chives, which look like they're about to bloom. If we come around here, there's some more scallion or green onions, more strawberries, another pepper. I think this is supposed to be a bell pepper as well. Back there is Cuban oregano or coulis thyme, another volunteer zinnia, lots of volunteer zinnias, and some weeds that I need to weed. And then this is just the other side of the rose, which is doing really good. Everywhere I trimmed last year has now taken off and is budding. And that was a very quick tour for the fourth tour of 2026. It's a bit windy, and so I'm not sure how well everything can be heard. So we made it a really quick tour. Plus everything's a little crispy because it's so hot.